Television, and this is English Bulletin with me, Utsabhatrai. The top stories first. Prime Minister Oli and main opposition leader Sher Bahadur Deuba meet for dialogue. Both leaders discuss appointments at Constitutional Council. Public Accounts Committee prepares to summon Health Minister Thakal in its next meeting. Discussions about irregularities in procurement in the Janga. Nepal Rashtra Bank's governor says the central bank is paving the way for digital economy, expresses confidence in quick integration. COVID vaccine to be approved in the US amidst pressure from White House. Death toll further escalates. And Premier League clubs brace for a busy festive period. All 20 clubs to play games every 3 days. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli yesterday met main opposition party Nepali Congress's President Sher Bahadur Deuba. Both leaders met at Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar yesterday. According to Prime Minister's private secretariat, both leaders discussed about the upcoming meeting of Constitutional Council on Sunday. More than 48 posts remain vacant at different Constitutional Council that include Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, Election Commission, Women Commission and others. Prime Minister Oli and President Deuba have made speculations regarding the appointment in a vacant post, Prime Minister's private secretariat added. Additionally, the leaders also discoursed about the matters raised at Parliament's State Management Committee regarding the appointment of AIG of Nepal Police. The 8th meeting of the Board of Directors of the India-Nepal Joint Energy Secretaries concluded on Friday. The meeting was attended by Mr. Sanjeev Nandan Sahai, Energy Secretary, Government of India, Mr. Vinay Mohan Quatra, Ambassador of India to Nepal, and a 17-member team comprising of officials from various ministries and Government of India, NHPC Limited, NTPC Limited, and public bodies under the Government of India. The meeting discussed the appropriate regulations and guidelines for expanding the access of Nepali energy producers to the Indian market, development of energy banking, development of inter-country transmission lines, and reviewing the progress of 900 megawatt Arun third hydropower project promoted by SJVN Limited. Similarly, the construction of South Asia's first 400 kV inter-country Muzaffarpur Talkebar transmission line has been completed, and the financial modality of the 400 kV Gorakhpur Butwal transmission line has also been agreed, and construction of the project will start soon. The government yesterday confirmed 1,044 new cases of coronavirus during the latest round of tests. According to the spokesperson at the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, the disease has infected a total of 246,694 people across the country so far. The Health Ministry informed that 232,872 patients have recovered from the disease so far. The number of active cases has slightly decreased to 12,148 from the overnight tally of 12,386. Meanwhile, the death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 1,674 in Nepal following the confirmation of 11 new deaths across the country. Nepal currently lies among the top 40 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic in terms of the number of infection. USA leads the chart with 16.2 million cases, followed by India with 9.79 million cases. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Nepal Electricity Authority has notified about the power outage due in Baneshwar, Kathmandu and different other areas today. According to Nepal Electricity Authority's Information Officer Leela Kumari Aryal, power supply will be disrupted from 12 to 2 today afternoon as NEA's substation of 11 kV busbar located at Baneshwar for repair and maintenance. Power supplied in other areas from the same substation such as Thobikhola, Bagmati, Koteshwar, Baneshwar Airport and Lubu will also meet with electrical disruption, NEA informed. NEA has apologized for the inconvenience that might occur due to the outage. The Public Accounts Committee will summon Health and Population Minister Bhanubhakta Thakal to discuss the irregularities in the procurement process. The committee is to discuss with Minister Thakal about the irregularities in the supply of health supplies through the bodies under the ministry and the Nepal Army for the prevention and control of corona epidemic. Preparations are underway to summon Health Minister Thakal to the next meeting, Rosnath Pandey informed. Secretary Pandey said that number of complaints has also increased as the committee meeting has not been held for a long time. Secretary Pandey said that complaints have been lodged regarding the irregularities in the implementation of the Public Procurement Act. Pandey also said that preparations have been made to discuss the issues studied by the subcommittee of the Scientific Forest Management Program in the next meeting. And now the news from Economic Front. Governor of Nepal Rashtra Bank Mahaprasad Adhikari said that the bank is making planned efforts for the development and promotion of digital economy and financial system in Nepal. Addressing the Singapore FinTech Festival 2020 through virtual media, Governor Adhikari said that NRB is committed to development of digital economy and financial system. The festival has been organized by the United Nations Capital Development Fund and the Singapore Monetary Authority since December 8. Referring to the contribution of digital banking in agricultural and food system, Governor Adhikari said that NRB is committed to the development of a digital environment in Nepal as it is the leading body in Nepal's financial sector. He expressed confidence that the overall economic and social development of the country would take a leap along with the development of agriculture, health, education, energy, tourism, finance and urban infrastructure in Nepal through its implementation. We'll be taking a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. The U.S. Food and Drugs Administration (FDA) has once again come under pressure from the White House to approve the emergency use of Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccines. U.S. media have reported that FDA head Stephen Hahn was told to approve the vaccine on Friday or quit. Hahn has dismissed the news as untrue. The limelight fell on the FDA. The U.S. Health Secretary said it should roll out in a couple of days. The Pfizer vaccine has approval in the UK, Canada, Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, BBC reported. According to Reuters, last-minute preparations for the vaccine rollout came as the U.S. death toll from coronavirus pandemic approached near 300,000. U.S. reported another 2,902 deaths on Thursday, a day after a record 3,253, a pace projected to continue over the next 2 to 3 months even as a distribution of vaccines become available, Reuters reported. The U.S. Supreme Court has declined President Trump's attempt to overturn the results of a presidential election held last month. The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected the lawsuit filed this week by the state of Texas, backed by President Donald Trump, who sought to invalidate the results in states of Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. President-elect Joe Biden won all 4 states. According to BBC, the lawsuit was supported by 19 state attorney generals and 127 Republican members of Congress. Supreme Court in its ruling yesterday said Texas did not have legal standing to bring the case under the U.S. Constitution. BBC has cited the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling as saying Texas has not demonstrated a judicially cognizable interest in the manner in which another state conducts its election. President Trump dealt another blow after the latest decision, after his multiple failed attempts to overturn Democrat Joe Biden's victory. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Game Week 12 of the English Premier League to kick off today as all 20 clubs brace for a busy festive season. With Champions League games not until February for all top clubs, all midweek game slots will be available to complete the busy Premier League schedule. On average, each club is set to play every 3 days until the end of December. Highlights of today's fixture is the Manchester Derby, with the Red Devils hosting their arch-nemesis, the Citizens, at Old Trafford. Both clubs are separated by 1 point, with United 7th on 19 points and City 8th with 18. In other matches, Chelsea will travel to Goodison to play Everton, while Wolves get ready to host Aston Villa. In yesterday's match, West Ham United defeated Leeds United by 2-1, with goals scored by Thomas Soucek and Angelo Ogbonna for the Hammers. The win takes West Ham United to 5th on the table with 20 points. With clubs facing 30% more injuries this season over the last, it remains to be seen if the fixture congestion piles on more to the injury list for players for the top clubs. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Prime Minister Oli and main opposition leader Sher Bahadur Deuba meet for dialogue. Both leaders discuss appointments at Constitutional Council. Public Accounts Committee preparing to summon Health Minister Thakal in its next meeting. Discussions about irregularities in procurement in the agenda. Nepal Rashtra Bank's governor says the central bank is paving the way for digital economy, expresses confidence on quick integration. COVID vaccine to be approved in the US amidst pressure from White House. Death toll further escalates. And Premier League clubs brace for a busy festive period. All 20 clubs to play games every 3 days. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.